Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to this platform. Kaka, I always thank my fans for watching because it's not a must they watch. When you're watching this video, it means I am a man of substance, and it is my responsibility to thank you for keeping it here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are losing it as a country. Allow me to use that term, that we are applying clueless means in response towards the ongoing doctors' strike. The clueless Kenya Kwanza regime should have sought advice from even Mutahi Kagwe, the former Jubilee health minister, or sought advice from Dr. Fred Matiang'i on how they used to deal with strikes, especially the doctors' strikes. In the entire regime of the Jubilee government, the current strike has broken history because it is the longest doctors' strike ever witnessed in the past. Now, the Kenya Kwanza wants to avoid the mess instead of solving it. I was trained as I was growing that better deal with the problem head on and finish it than running away from it. Once you run away from a problem, it will eventually rebuild itself and bigger than before. Don't use shortcuts to run from poverty. Please, face poverty with all the weapons that you have. Give it two answers. It's either you kill it or it kills you. That is it. Kupigana na umasikini has no any other formula. Face it the way it is. Pigana nayo. Kama kwenu hamukuzaliwa muko na pesa, face poverty head on. Anza vita nayo. Ikuue ama uiue. Now, the Kenya Kwanza regime is trying to run away from the doctor strike problem. And they are now employing dubious means to counter protesting doctors. There is what happened in Eldoret. Madaktari wanaandamana Eldoret. Wanauliza haki yao, haki ambayo iliahidiwa na serikali. Lakini badala ya serikali kutatua swala hili, ikaenda ikalipa vijana machokora pesa. Ikalipa machokora, ikawaambia bebeni matawi, bebeni silaha, sasa kimbizana na hao madaktari watoke kwa street. That is not the solution. You cannot counter-attack doctors' demonstrations and think you are solving it. And by the way, you know, there are forms of strikes. There are different categories of migomo. Doctors can decide not to go to the streets and boycott hospitals. Bado ni mgomo. They can decide. Wanaweza amua, sasa hatuendi kwa street, kila mtu akae kwake, ama kila mtu akae kwa kliniki yake, afanye kazi kule. Hospitali ya serikali hatukanyagi pale. Bado ni mgomo. So why does the government think that the strike is all about the streets? It's so unfortunate that a whole government can release goons to go to Eldoret town and begin to beat doctors out of the streets. It's so unfortunate. And niliona vijana wengi na matawi, wengi, hundreds of them, running after the doctors, chasing them. Is that the right way to deal with this problem? Is this the right way to solve the crisis? and Eldoret being Ruto's home. So we want to assume his office was aware of what is happening. We have not seen him condemn that act. It's unprofessional, uncalled for, that guns can be unleashed to go and beat peacefully protesting medics demanding for their rights. Very unfortunate. But then, that is where we have reached as a country. According to the news that I've read this morning, the youths who were against the doctors were threatening to stone them. Ati msipotoka tutawapiga mawe. It's so unfortunate. They had clear instructions from the government. Najua, nimeona Inspector General akisema kwamba the doctors have become a nuisance and they are disturbing patients with their vuvuzelas and their whistles. I have seen some Kenya Kwanza leaders shouting to the topmost voice, hatuna pesa ya kulipa. The doctors must go back to work. I want to tell Kenyans a reality that it's high time we also join them. Kwa sababu, the government you have trusted to negotiate on your behalf has failed to do it. So sisi ndio tunaumia wa Kenya. Kwa nini? The politicians you are seeing have capacity and the resources to hire private doctors in case they fall sick. That's why they don't care. They can treat their families abroad. They have that capacity. In fact, their medical covers are international. Wakati madaktari wanaandamana, wanakosa kwenda kwa hospitali. Ni nani anaumia? A normal Kenyan like me and you. Wewe, you have no powers. You have no money. You have no capacity to hire a private doctor to come and treat your children at home. You have no that money. Lakini a politician, just a phone call away, doctor analetwa na ndege, anaingia kwa nyumba, anatibu watoto na anarudi. Wewe Mkenya wa kawaida, you have no those powers. That is why as Kenyans we feel that if we want to rescue our lives, tuungane kwa pamoja, we join those doctors in solidarity. Tuambia serikali, it's either you honor your 2017 CBA, the collective bargaining agreement, or lower down your ego, call these doctors into a meeting, sit with them, agree. The Secretary General yesterday, KMPDU, said, we are ready for talks. In fact, we are not on strike. It is the government that is on strike. Why? They have refused to come face us so that we are able to solve this issue amicably once and for all. I want to tell Kome, IG, the people sent to goons in Eldoret to attack doctors must be brought to book by being arrested and charged. You can't threaten Kenyans who are exercising their own rights in Kenya. This is our country. We can't protest in Uganda. We cannot protest in Tanzania. We can't protest in Rwanda. We can't protest in DRC Congo. We are protesting in a country where we pay tax and where we belong. So you can't threaten medics. Hili ni taifa lao la Kenya, and this is where they're supposed to protest. So I'm urging the police that anyone who sent goons in Eldoret to hold massive protest against doctors must be arrested. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana.